This is everything you need to know about our indicators. It'll be an important video and I highly recommend you bookmark it for future reference. So first up, in its simplest form, you could get away with just two indicators. Now, I'll cover the trade ideas that I place in Discord, and then directly after that, I'm going to talk about what we have here with the rest of the indicators and an ideal setup and how to use them. The momentum sync has had a major update, and we've reduced most of the false signals. This blue dotted line indicates the higher time frame trend movement, and it'll only set up green signals above the line and red signals below the line. Anyway, let's just come back to what I was talking about in Discord. When I post something like this, well, Aussie dollar, Aussie CAD yesterday, here we go, look. Okay, wait for a pullback, go for the next bearish signal from the VWAP indicator and trend momentum, the momentum sync. Just go to the momentum sync as the main signals indicator. So if you're just going to be using two indicators, this is the one. So simple thing. If I say something like, wait for a pullback, there it is, and go for the next signal, it's right there. Now this indicator is fantastic. It gives you the pullback. See how this, pulled back here, for example, and then we had that, it pulled back, and it gives you the sell signal generally on the pullback. This one here, yeah, okay. But in most cases, that's what's going to occur. So this is a really good indicator. So it's as simple as that. Just follow the instructions and you'll do really well. So now let's take it to the next level. And got the ribbon. I pointed this out yesterday. Okay, that's what we had. Okay, 20. So how do we use this? All right, trend track multi. If the 4-hour and the daily are green, we only look for buy signals. If they're red, we only look for sell signals. I'd be a little bit careful at the moment with this pullback though. Anyway, well, what this will give you is, if we have a look at this on the 4-hour chart, for example, it's looking at this from the perspective that this is in a downtrend. Trend channel, we've still got that. There you go, on the higher time frame. All right, so this is still regarded as a downtrend, okay? Lower highs, lower lows. All right, so generally, you're going to be looking for the trend. When it retraces, you look to sell. When it retraces, you look to sell. And it goes on and on. This here, it's another video, but that's a little bit out of the ordinary after a Trump tweet yesterday. Okay, it's given the markets a bit of a boost, but we'll just see how it unfolds. In any case, mainly what we're looking for is to keep an eye on the 4-hour chart. See here, for example, that's in a really nice downtrend. We'll come back to this. Yeah, we can have a look at this, and then we're going to go to the lower time frame. I'm going to show you what that looks like. And look, if the higher time frame bias is bearish, I mean, you could even go to the daily chart just to confirm that. Okay, that's, well, it's pretty dodgy, really. But that's bearish. This has been range bound for a while. But, you'll determine that the higher time frame is bearish predominantly, mainly on the 4-hour, and you'll see it trending down. Just mark up the highs and lows like that. Okay, that's trending. So if that's the tide, if you will, right? The ocean tide is heading in that direction. How you use this indicator now is you could just go to a 15-minute chart, and we know that, so because we've marked it up, okay, we're only going to be looking for short opportunities because these buy signals are the retrace. And, you probably don't want to be counter trend. See, this is why you don't want to counter trend trade. If the higher time frame is in that direction, you don't want to try to catch that. You want that, right? So the trend will do that, right? So the opportunity it really is in this direction, not trying to catch that. So we go with the trend, the higher time frame trend, and we can refer to this indicator here. Just keep that as a default. Nothing to do to change it, just reset, and you've got it. And so we're only going to be looking for these red signals. That's the main thing. So keep an eye on the higher time frame trend. So now that we know that our bias is bearish here, we then look for the signals under the blue, these two blue lines. There's our first signal. Sell that one there. Well, yeah, you don't want to be selling right at the end of that either, right? So you've got to be careful. Now, this right here, this is the opening bell. You never get involved directly after the opening bell. That's the golden rule. There's going to be manipulation directly after that. So this is a non-event. You just wouldn't take that trade. No way. All right, you'll see that this is the opening bell. Look at it, right? So that's what it does. This is the opening bell back here, here, the opening bell, and here. You never take a trade directly after the opening bell. And now you can keep all of these set to default. There's nothing to change. Right, the Forex sessions, okay, orange is Asia, so you're not going to be getting involved in that. Now, you're only looking for sell signals because the higher time frame is bearish and we're under this, right? And you can use the momentum sync and the VWAP. So you've got to break under VWAP. Right, now that could have been a case where you got short, possibly. That could have been somewhere where you got short. Okay, you got these signals here as well. But you've got to make sure that you break under VWAP before you get involved. Now you're going to get that. It's not going to trend, okay? Sometimes it's just going to range sideways. And the other thing that you need to be using is if I grab the replay and say throw it in here, right, that's the London Open. See this? Volume profile, right? So you want to look for the opportunity, mark the value area range down to here. See where it's where most of the business is being done, then it drops right back. So you need to see a break under here and retest, and a break under this blue line. Right, so if you don't break under here, it's most likely going to trade back and forth between the value area low and the value area high. That's range bound. Okay, but you get involved on that breakout under this volume profile range and under here. So there's two things to look out for. And you can see current day value area low. Okay, you want to get under that. Otherwise, it's most likely just going to be, there's either range bound trading, which is the trading the high and low of this range end, or it goes into price discovery. Price discovery, looking for the next range, okay, next value area. Anyway, just go out of there, leave it, and where were we? It was back here. Yeah, I mean, look, that you might have got short there, but see how it broke out of the range, comes back to retest, okay. But that's right at look at this, the US Open, New York Open, and you don't want to get involved, okay, in New York until after 9:30, 10 o'clock, until 10 a.m. Why? Because the equities starts at 9:30. Look at the volatility right there at 9:15, right? And then it's shifted gears. So 10 a.m., you want to start trading New York, London and Asia. Yeah, you can get involved early on through the initial balance in the initial range through here. Anyway, that was sideways trading all the way, and then we had a pullback, right? Now the higher time frame retraced, and then we're looking for a short. Okay, so here's how you get involved with the indicators, right? So you've got this area here, right? This is the London Open, so nothing happened through Asia. You're not going to be buying against the higher time frame tide. See the dotted blue line, price breaks through it here, all right? And you'll have the volume profile here. Just go to replay mode right there. Okay, London Open. you've got the volume profile. See current day value area low, current day value area high, right there. Value area low to value area high. Right, that's the range. Now you're looking for the breakout of this volume profile range, but you're also looking for this blue line. Price has to drop under the blue line. So you want to drop under this blue line and this blue line as well. Now here, see how this is purple and white? That purple is a weekly VWAP. White is a monthly VWAP, right? So that's a strong resistance support. So if we play this, so through London, the London Open, you get the opportunity to break out under here. Now, given that we are bearish, see the 4 hours bearish, okay, you wait until price is below this blue dotted line. Don't touch it until that happens. All right, so see here. Yeah, look at that pullback, see? So we had a breakout under here. That's chasing price. And you'd want to watch this to pull back and hold under here and then roll over. And look, you'd be going down to a 5-minute chart. Let's just do that. 5 minutes. All the markups and everything will be the same on the 15-minute and the 5-minute. It's not going to change. So, we don't really get the setup under here. You're going to be chasing price at that point, midway into, heading into the New York Open here. So, you would have got caught out if you tried to sell that. And hold back. You don't need to get involved up in here while, because it's just a higher probability if everything aligns. Let's just run it. Okay, down we go. Hold it right there. Okay, around here. See this? So this is where you want to get involved, right here. You got this value area. Have a look at the volume profile. So you can see it here. From here to here is the, you got a previous day value area high here as well. But so you got that value area to about there. And that aligns with the white line. See how it breaks under and then retests? So that's where you could get short. And there's a signal right here, that one. So that little signal is this one here. There's two of them, two red ones. You want to take that. That's the breakout of this blue line. Okay, so if you're looking for a bearish opportunity, all you need to do is come up here and go to that. It won't let me do it while I'm on replay. Let's just come back to this. I'll take it out of replay. We'll just leave and go back. All right, so we were looking for the opportunity. Now, see how it breaks under the purple, the white, the blue dot, but it's still, and it's broken under here as well, this blue line, right? So we've got to break under all of our lines. So that's where you get involved there. Right now, the signal that you set, you can just come in here, add alert, and that's the momentum line break. You can set that. VWAP break, I don't think you're going to get that on Forex pairs. You're going to get that if you're trading futures, the VWAP break. Okay, or you can set up all bearish alerts. You got the candle break bearish as well. All right, so you can just set up all bearish alerts if you like, that one. That'll cover everything. But that's also going to give you when the candle color changes to red, and you don't want to get involved above these lines. So you've got to make sure you've broken under all of this, especially this blue dotted line. Then you're short. So the next bearish alerts that come in off the this VWAP aligned, volume aligned, is this one. You can short there, you can short there, you can short here. You don't want to be chasing price, but you might have got short there as well. Keep an eye on where you're at with the Forex sessions. Okay, so that's through the US session. That's very late into the US session, just before the opening bell. Okay, so you don't want to be, you won't be taking those trades into the opening bell for the next day. You just don't do that. Right, so you're just looking for these opportunities mid-session, early and mid-session. Yeah, and then the other is alert you can set is the momentum sync. and it's going to be, sell signals. I mean, in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. I'll be repeating this every day. Just keep in mind the higher time frame. Right, so my bias would be bearish, given the 4 hours bearish. The daily's kind of looking bullish. It's pretty green, isn't it, across the board? So we could see the markets continue up. But anyway, we've got the indicators now. For me to get short, I need to see it break under this blue line and leave all this behind. So this is the Asia Open. We've got our value area starting to form. The other thing you can do, see, we're always looking for, grab this fixed range volume profile, come back to where the value, this sideways trading, right? This is range bound accumulation or a distribution. That's what that is. So just mark the range like that. And there's two ways you can set this up. One is to extend right and one is to where you click. So I've got two of them and I've got them set up in save as. I've got extend right or fixed width. So that's fixed width. That's extend right. Okay, how would I get involved with this? All right. See the blue line under here. That's the value area low of this range. Current day value area low. That's starting from the opening bell here. Value area low. There it is. So I would want to see this blue line is trending down. So I would need to see it break under the blue line, preferably under this one as well. This is the weekly. Right, and then the other thing you can do is you can grab the anchored VWAP and throw it on, the most recent high and low, and it will create a VWAP, a nested VWAP kind of, or cluster. Okay, don't get in early. This is the Asia Open, so just wait for this to settle in. And sometimes this can just trade sideways for, it's my time is 9, 10, 11, 12. It can go for 3 or 4 hours and then it trends. So just be careful, right? So you need a decisive break and you have to go with this dotted trend line, right? And preferably it's angled, not flat. Don't go against it. Now the settings, you can leave everything as default. So just go reset. Okay, yeah, it's the ribbon if you want it. The momentum sync now. Okay, reset settings. Standard cycle, that's going to be auto. And down the bottom, you might want to select all. That's the only change you're going to make. That'll give you all the signals on a momentum sync. The VWAP, just hit reset. Volume profile, hit reset. Okay, go default. You want the default settings for everything. Trend channel, reset. Oh, no, well, you don't want that on the lower time frame. Come in here now and take these out. I like all this stuff on the 4 hour and the daily, but you don't want any of that. You only want this. Go okay. Oh, and inputs, I'm going to take that to 100 to get rid of the cloud. So that's the setting on that. For 30-minute time frame and down, that's a trend channel. Trend track multi, set the default. This one here, okay, that's previous days, weeks, and just go default with it. Reset, and whatever you want to see on your chart. On the lower time frame, I only really want to see the weekly and maybe daily. You'll see it. Daily high, daily low, daily open, and that starts at the opening bell. I just leave it off, and then I just switch it on if I need to have a quick look and see what the previous daily and weekly levels are. Then you got Forex sessions. So that's pretty much it. Don't go against this blue line, whatever you do. If it's trending down, we want bearish, but if it turns around and heads up, then that becomes a bullish. And just stick with the higher time frame. Keep referring back to that 4 hour. Okay. The tables could be turned here. Who knows? That could trend up now after yesterday's geopolitical business that's going on. And then you got these guys down in here. Just default settings, don't change anything. So 5 minute, you can flip between 5, 15. So you could just use this one chart if you want, because you've got everything on there. If you really want to, you can, shade the background with the 4 hour trend. And then you're only looking for, you can't go wrong. I'll leave it out because I like the other markups. But, bottom line, just keep coming back to the settings I have on here. I've only got the ribbon that's still bearish according to the ribbon, right? And the trend channel. So the trend channel, just go reset. There you go. And this one here on the 4-hour time frame, I want to see the weekly, maybe the monthly. Go back 2 months and 2 weeks. That'll give me previous levels. You'll see them. If you take out the trend channel. Okay, that's the month. There's your previous week there. Okay, so against the previous week, we're bearish, but watch out for that spike. Anyway, bearish, that's in a bearish trend, clearly. 4-hour time frame, it's under the cloud. So look, that's my settings. So for the, maybe the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, that's my settings. And okay, there's a daily, it's the same. And this one here, 30-minute, 1 hour. I'll flip between the two. Just go with the, that's an update, so we update that. Yeah, it's the same indicators as I showed you on the 5-minute, 15-minute chart. Yeah, I really like to, look for the opportunities. Just a quick glance to have a look and see how that's trending, the 4H. And if it's doing what I want it to do like that, then I'll come up here and I'll set the alerts. This is a 5-minute chart. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to take that out. This is, 15-minute. Okay, don't use the momentum sync on a 5-minute chart. Okay, so you can use it, I think, on the 15 and the 30-minute would be much better. And I just double-click those to get them out of the way. I just pull them in when I need them. The 5-minute, I like to use it for getting close and personal with price action. But I think, for most of us, I think the 15-minute would be the go-to for sure. All right, that is, pretty good overview of everything. With that, have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.